So right here we're just picking out the hair, really just seeing what we're working with, because as you guys can see, we're working with a lot of hair, and he really hasn't had a cut in a long time. Like, it's been like a couple months, so we're really just trying to see how we're going to attack this haircut. So right here I'm debulking. If you guys watch my videos before, you guys know that I love debulking. Makes your job easier in the long run. So I'm basically debulking so I can set in a nice neat primary guideline with my slimline Port Lives. When I set in my guideline for this high taper, it's going to be where the C cup would start, and I'm going to follow it all the way down to the ear, and you guys will see how I do it on the back and on the other side. So right here I'm going to go ahead and use my Andis Masters. My lever is all the way closed. The reason why I like using my Andis Masters is because the lever is just a tad bit larger than my Wall Senior lever. So I'm going ahead and I'm just going to go up about an inch, really staying very consistent, making sure that everything is even. And right here I just like to follow up with my shaver, just trying to set in another transition, trying to get a razor bald. And right here I have my Wall Seniors all the way closed, and I'm really just going to nudge in at that guideline that I made with my slim lines, and then I'm just going to lever play, making sure that I finish with my lever all the way open, not going past that guideline I set with my Andis Masters. Now here I have my one guard all the way open with my Wall Seniors, and I'm really just flicking, just trying to make sure that I'm not digging in too much when it comes to that fro, because then it's going to be really hard to blend, you know, your taper into, you know, the whole entire fro. So you really just kind of want to flick out and make sure you just stay very consistent with your guidelines. And right here is where we go ahead and take out that guideline, that middle guideline that, you know, was from the lever open in that one guard. We're going to go ahead and take our half guard. I like to open it all the way up, you know, flick a little bit, and then slowly start to close that lever. More of a fading down type. When it comes to my half guard, I just feel like my blend comes out just a lot more softer and just more blurry. But then after this, you're pretty much just going to perform the same exact things on the back and this other side. Alright, now before you shape anyone up, you always are going to want to pick out the hair. You really, because I know sometimes as barbers when we're trying to get a hold of the hair, and you know, we're trying to keep the head stable, we put our head on the top and we mush it right back down. So you really just want to go ahead, pick it all back out so you can see what the hair is looking like before you start shaping it up. Now when it does come to shaping up, it's more of a trial and error type thing. You really just got to vision that circular shape on the head and then just try to perform it. I like to use the mirror though when it comes to shaping up, just so I can see, you know, from a farther angle and by another angle, you know, where I need to take off more hair and where I need to, you know, just improve. But when you do mess up, because you will mess up at some point, is it's always fixable. Okay, you don't stress out, you don't freak out, because if you freak out, then your client's gonna freak out. But everything that you do as a barber is always fixable. So you just really want to go ahead and just be more confident and envision that circular shape on the head, and your skills will improve over time. Alright, now this you cannot do on everybody. If you have that client that's more of that person that is just more about the fro, right? You do not want to do this. But if you're more about the person who just likes hair on the top and you're going to curl sponge it because they like the curl look, then you can do this. It really is to just really make a more dominant line for around the ear that will last a long time. And right here, how my Andis Master, I'm just using the claw method. My lever is all the way open, and it's called the claw method because you're really just using the teeth of the blade. Act like you're lining it up and just trimming it, kinda. And if you have to close the lever just a tad bit more, you can do that and keep going. But this will really make the line pop when you start to line it up, and you will see when I do the lineup. Now right here, I go ahead and spray some liquid razor. And now the liquid razor, it makes the line pop just a tad bit more. It gives it more of that ash white line when you line it up, and it also acts like a spritz. Now right here, what I'm doing is, again, this dang near the same thing that I did around the ear area. Yeah, I just pinned it up and doing the tiger claw method. Now when it comes to lining people up, you have to realize that you want everything as natural and crispy as possible. Another thing you want to keep in mind is that not everybody's going to have that, perfect, picture perfect straight line hairline. Some people, their hairline angles up. You just want to make sure that everything is natural as possible, because if you wanted every hairline to be completely 100% straight, you'd have to push back a lot of people, and you only want to push back people to a certain extent. You don't want to push them back unnecessarily, and then that's when you end up on World Star or something like that. Now when it comes to this part, this is the reason why you trim down this part. As you guys can see, this lineup would be it's just way crispier than if I would have just left it, and just said, I'll just let the fro just grow out over the ears or whatever. Again, you can only do this with certain people, though. You cannot do it with everybody. Alright guys, this is the cut, and if you got any feedback in the comments, go ahead and leave it in the comments, because I really love to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. Always trying to grow and get better. But you know what, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, like the video if you like the video. So once you like the video, if you like the video, drop a comment down below, because you guys are in love with guys' comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe, because we're dropping 5 videos just like this one. But hey, it's 360 Woods, and I'm out. Yep.